Who is Bassem? How did you grow up? What was your childhood like?
I was born in Cairo, a middle-class family. My dad was a judge. My mom was a university professor. It was a typical Egyptian middle-class family where they only have their salaries.
Yeah.
And we didn't come. We didn't. I mean, if people know a little bit about Egypt, like my family were one of those people who had like a lot of lands in the past, but Nasser came in with the nationalization, and a lot of it was taken away from it. So we have kind of like a past glory, but not that much money.
Okay.
You know. So I wasn't I didn't come from money. I wouldn't like the idea of like having. I mean, we had a decent life, good education, and my parents had all of their money put into our education. So 1986, as I finished my elementary school, going to middle school. This was the beginning of the whole wave of international schools opening in Egypt.
Wow.
That was not there before.
Yeah.
And these were very expensive. And I'll tell you how expensive it was. 1986, the fee was 5,000 Egyptian pounds, which at the time about like $1,300.
And that's a lot for back then.
1986, $1,000 a year for a school year. That's crazy.
And they paid that for you.
And that paid, and I saw them like kind of struggling to make the money, because for them it's like in middle class in Egypt, it's all about investing in their sons' educations. That's a big thing. Like it's always about like stepping forward, like stepping up the education level. That's what they invest in. So I went to that international school, and I was not one of the rich guys. I was not one of the cool guys. I found myself in a school with some of the richest people in rich families in Egypt, and I wasn't that. So growing up, I always felt that I did not belong.
Yeah,
I was an outsider. I was one of the cool kids. I never had a girlfriend in school. I was the boyfriend material. I didn't have enough money to travel to the exotic places that they go every summer. I wasn't that kind of person. So, and then I went to medical school. Now, medical school in Egypt, very strong medical school, Cairo University, very strong.
Yeah.
And it's a public school. So you go in, not by money, but you go in with grades.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. I got the grades. I was a nerd, because what else could I do? In school, I was like a nerd, but I also good in sports. So I played all kinds of sports. I was playing basketball, football. I was on all kinds of school teams. So now I go into the public school. Now I am the sissy boy coming from the private school.
Both ways you lost. In private school, you weren't there.
So for 7 years, I didn't really have much connections or friendship in medical school. Now I finished medical school. I go into become a heart surgeon, and I hated medical school. I hated it, but I had no other choice. So I go in, and now I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon.
Wow.
I'm a heart surgeon. I'm in my residency, and I'm teaching salsa.
You're teaching salsa?
I was a salsa teacher.
Wait, wow.
That's
two
so
different.
I'm one of the first people who opened salsa classes in Egypt in the year 2001. So I was a heart surgeon while I'm having like a side hustle, which is a salsa teacher.
So you could dance salsa?
Oh, salsa and Argentinian tango.
No way.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So I'm 24 years now. So 24 years dancing now. So now I am the heart surgeon who's dancing salsa. So I didn't fit in the department. I was always looked down upon because he's the guy who's having too much fun, and I was the serious guy, a serious doctor who's dancing salsa. So again, I never fit. So and then. I continued with medical school, like I 7 years of medical school and 12 years of operating as a heart surgeon. And 2011, I was preparing to leave to go to Cleveland, and because I was accepted as a fellowship there, and the revolution happened, and I did the YouTube videos. YouTube videos went viral, and now I'm offered my first television show, and now I left medicine behind. I'm a TV host. Yeah.
Now one thing I like about you is you've always kind of done what you want to do. Like, I mean, it's very weird for a heart surgeon to kind of do salsa or then go to comedy, you know?
I did it for 2 years. I have two reasons. Number one, escape.
Yeah.
Because I needed an outlet, event for medical school. And B, chicks. Because, like, I mean, like a doctor and a salsa dancer.
And that's a good combination.
That's a chick magnet, baby.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, so, I'm sorry.
Talking about that, so how's your love life now?
I'm married and I have 2 kids,
Wow.
which
It was a
I
success.
have none. No. I love my wife. I love my kids. I have 2 kids, Nadia and Adam. They're 11 and 6. Hala, my wife, we live in Los Angeles.
And obviously, you mentioned your upbringing. Is there anything that kind of you reflect on as a childhood that you try and apply to your children now?
No. I raised my children completely different. I came from a very strict family. My mom was very strict. My mom was the powerhouse.
Yeah.
My mom was this strong-headed, very intense, very strong woman.
Yeah.
My dad was just like the cool guy. He just didn't care. I'm more like my dad. I am with my daughter Nadia. She's an artist, and we have a very good relationship. I'm not like an oppressive or hovering or over. And she's very well behaved.
Yeah.
But it is me. It's like I want to her, and I want her to have this kind of independent, strong personality. Growing up, I don't want her to feel that she's afraid or she's worried. She can tell me anything if she wants,
Yeah.
or if she doesn't. It's just it's up to her. Like it is up to the parents to be receptive and be there for the kids whenever they are ready for them.
Yeah. So you have a daughter and a son, or
Yes.
are you more strict on your son?
No, he's 6.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
At 6.
You know they have this stigma of like Arab dads, like they treat their daughters amazing. When it comes to the son, they're like, no.
No, really. No, actually, but that's quite the opposite. A lot of people actually that give a lot of freedom to their sons, and they're gonna be much more strict with their daughters.
yeah.
Like they let the sons go out and do whatever, and then they come to the daughter, and then they restrict them.
Yeah.
So it's actually the complete opposite with parents.
Really?
But I don't. I for them, I will treat them equally.
Are you gonna like in parenting? Are you gonna spoil your kids? Or?
No. They have to have responsibility. And the thing is, I never like push my daughter to studying. She's brilliant. She knows like she's used to. She needs to be good. But like I never push her to do anything that she doesn't want. In the beginning I wanted to push her into sports
Yeah.
because I wanted her to be like a female Mo Salah and earn a lot of money so I can retire earlier.
Wow.
But she. I mean, I saw her one day in the practice. She's just like running around.
You're like, nah.
No.
No, that's
No.
not
So,
made for you.
so she's more of into arts and painting and drawing and storytelling and writing. So if that's what makes her happy, I'm fine.
Should be like next Shakespeare. Now you mentioned obviously your upbringing with studies and stuff. Now obviously you being someone who studied medicine and didn't do it, is school something that's important for you to tell your children to go to? Or like if your daughter or son says, hey, I want to drop out, are you okay with that?
I don't think they would drop out. I mean, they will have to finish high school, right? And I would love them to have a college degree. But I think what's happening in the world right now, I think the world is changing.
Yeah.
I think the pathways that people used to actually be put their kids on, which is like college and PhD, I think things have been changing right now in the past few years. Of course, as a parent, I would love my daughter or my son to go into like a very big, respectful college and have a university degree. But as you can see now, a lot of successful people around the world, they don't need it. So I don't know. I think I will have to deal with that when it comes.